Good morning, students. As I had told you that after completion of the P block elements, when I will revise the chapter, I will again revisit those molecules which we had prepared, and we will see their properties, and we will try to learn. We'll try to learn it by heart by making charts. Now, whatever I am making on the board, the same thing you can make with the help of a sketch pen and chart paper, and place it on the wall where you gaze for longer time. While you gaze those reactions, find out what is obvious in that reaction. Certain obvious things which you will find in the reactions are that metal and non-metal, they will combine, or a bigger molecule will break into smaller molecule, or a smaller molecule will combine with another smaller molecule to become a bigger molecule, and it is those 18 groups elements only which will combine with each other. So generally, whenever we take any element, we react it with hydrogen, chlorine, oxygen, water, acids, bases, and salts, and then we see what are the reactions which take place. All right. So since we have to learn from group 15 elements, and we had seen the preparation and properties of dinitrogen, let us see how we can learn the reactions by making chart of it. Okay. So say for example, you have to learn about the reactions of nitrogen. You know that it is an inert gas. Now, if I make a list of reactions, you will feel that this topic is very big. So I will not make a big list of reaction. What I will do is I will make a chart, and when we make chart, at that time the information which goes in our brain goes in the form of a graph, which is called as infographics. So infographics helps us to learn by heart the concepts. So what I will do, I will make it react with metal. I will make it react with non-metal. It does not react with water, it does not react with acid, it does not react with base. So with metal, what are the metals with which it can form salt? Mostly the active metals, like say, if you take sodium, then it will form sodium azide, Na. It will give lots of electrons to nitrogen, and nitrogen will form N3 minus and Na plus. Na cannot extend its valency more than +1, so it prefers to form bond with that species of nitrogen which has one negative charge. So it is N3 molecule, N3 ion, which is also called as azide ion. It is just like halide. Okay, so just like sodium chloride, it forms sodium azide. Now, how to write these molecules? It is very easy. That sodium has +1 charge and azide has -1 charge. So one sodium can combine with another azide, and so their formula will have 1:1 ratio. So in this way you can apply concept and you can find out the product. What happens if it reacts with lithium? Now lithium ion has +1 charge and nitrogen has -3 charge. So the formula which we will write will be Li3n. So its name will be lithium nitride. It is not azide, it is nitride. It was azide. What happens if it reacts with aluminium? Aluminium has +3 valency and nitrogen has -3 valency. So since the valency is 3:3, That means equal to 1:1, so it will be AlN. Now, how nitrogen reacts with non-metal? What are the possible non-metals with which nitrogen can react? What are the possible non-metals? The first one is hydrogen, which you have already seen. This was what I was saying, that if you see the preparation part, properties will also become clear. With nitrogen and hydrogen, what does it form? It forms NH3. Another non-metal which you can take is oxygen. You had seen that there are 5 different types of oxides of nitrogen. If you have already seen their preparation, you have seen their structure. So those 5 oxides could be NO2, NO, N2O, N2O4 and N2O5. This we had seen earlier. What happens when it reacts with halogen, say fluoride or fluorine gas? It will form NF3. Similarly, if it reacts with chlorine, it will form NCl3. Now, based on these properties, there can be some reasoning based questions. The reasoning based questions could be like this, that nitrogen can form NCl3 but not NCl5, and the answer of that was there in the previous discussion, that nitrogen cannot extend its covalency up to 5. Why? In context to chlorine or in context to NCl5, it cannot extend its covalency to 5 because it does not have empty d orbitals. So these all reasonings were discussed earlier. Okay. Now, see, nitrogen is reacting with oxygen to form so many oxides. But if you will see any other non-metal like oxygen, after that comes what? Sulfur. Does nitrogen react with sulfur to form any molecule? No. Why so? Because size of the sulfur atom is very big and size of the nitrogen atom is too small. So, if even they will come close to each other, the bond which will be formed will be very small. मतलब अगर हम एक बड़े बॉल में छोटे छोटे टेनिस बॉल चिपका दें तो वो स्टेबल होगा, लेकिन एक टेनिस बॉल में हम बहुत सारा बड़े बड़े बॉल नहीं चिपका सकते हैं, है ना? तो टेनिस बॉल के साथ जो बड़ा वाला बॉल होगा उसका जो बॉन्डिंग होगा बहुत वीक होगा. ठीक है? तो bonding is strong in case of the atoms which has comparable size. So you can make this small chart and you can remember. What about if it reacts with some other kind of molecules? So far we have seen its reaction with lithium. Okay, similarly you can be asked that what would be its reaction with calcium. Now you can apply your common sense and you can do it. What will be its reaction with magnesium? You can apply your common sense and you can do it. Now let us see with a few molecules how it reacts. If you treat nitrogen with aluminium oxide, then aluminium nitride would form, and after formation of aluminium nitride, oxygen gas should come out. To reduce this oxygen, we can use carbon. So carbon will help to take this oxygen out. So if you put some kind of reducing agent like carbon, so what will happen? Nitrogen will form aluminium nitride and carbon will come out as carbon monoxide. We can definitely balance it. If we write this reaction in a linear manner, then we can balance it. But since we are making a chart to remember, so we need not balance it here. This is just for our memory. इतना याद रहेगा, बैलेंसिंग तो हम कर ही सकते हैं क्योंकि बैलेंसिंग हमने पहले पढ़ा हुआ है. अगर इतना हमें याद है, if we remember this much, then we can do the balancing very easily. Al2O3 plus nitrogen is forming AlN. This is also 2, this is also 2. And carbon we had given as reducing agent and CO has come out. So this is like 3 oxygens are there. So we can give 3 carbon. We will take 3 carbon here. Okay. And 2 nitrogen, so 2 aluminum nitride. So for this you don't have to learn anything by heart. But what you need to learn by heart is that aluminum oxide or alumina reacts with nitrogen not alone but in presence of carbon because affinity of oxygen with aluminum is very high. It will not reduce on its own. For this, carbon is required as reducing agent. Okay, carbon here acts as a reducing agent. There is one more kind of a reaction in which you can take calcium carbide, CaC2. This is calcium carbide. It forms calcium cyanamide. With calcium carbide, it forms calcium cyanamide. CaC Cn or NCN. NCN. Calcium cyanamide is formed and carbon becomes free in this case. So these reactions will also help you to solve MCQ based question in your competitions. Although you will not get these reactions in your NCERT book. These you will get in NCERT book. But these kind of reactions are the reactions which are very rarely given in textual matter and are asked in board exam. But these reactions are asked in the competitive examinations. Okay. So when you learn this much, why not to learn little bit more? Like if these are elephant, these are elephant, this is just like tail of elephant. So if you can allow the elephant to pass through your brain, why should you stop the tail to pass? Let it also come into your mind. Now we will fill up this calcium and nitrogen. Calcium has 2 plus charge and nitrogen has -3. So it will become Ca3N2. Now what is the difference between calcium and magnesium? They are of the same group. So their valency will also be same. So it will be Mg3N2. So what you have to do? You have to make a chart. Okay. Make this in chart paper using sketch pen and place on a wall in your study room. In your study room, place it. Okay. This is the revision task I am giving you. Revision task. That's it. I will come with the reaction chart of the other molecules now in my next video. So keep tuned. Nice video. Everything is visible. Little bit of this was not visible. Now you can see it. Sorry for the inconvenience. Slight inconvenience was there. Because I am using camera, I am not using camcorder. So everything has its own pros and cons. Okay, now everything is visible. You can see it once and you can make this chart. Thank you.